William Afton, in my opinion, is the most intriguing FNAF character. Yes, even more so than Michael. He is like one of those criminals that you want to look into more and more, always intrigued by why they do what they do. Today, I'll be covering the entirety of William's history and story, from being the co-founder of Fredbear's family diner to becoming a virus, soon to be Amalgamation. We start in pre-1983, where two business partners, William Afton and Henry Emily, open up a restaurant, it being none other than Fredbear's family diner. Henry and William both contribute in designing the much beloved, but not by the workers, Springlock suits. Now, the placement of when exactly this next event takes place is not engraved in stone, whether it's before, during, or after Fredbear's opening. William Afton has his own little company, where he has designed some animatronics. Circus Baby, Funtime Freddy, Ballora, Funtime Foxy, and a few less relevant ones like the Biddy Babs or the Minarinas. It's also hinted that there was a Funtime Chica, seen in both FNAF 6 and FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. Now, these animatronics have a dark, hidden secret which can be seen via their blueprints. They're designed to murder and capture children. This is probably due to William Afton wanting to extract their remnants to prolong his life and become literally immortal, hinted to in the Silver Eyes trilogy. His own restaurant, Circus Baby's Pizza World, closes on launch due to Elizabeth Afton's death, but is reported as a gas leak. Pizza World is then moved to an underground rental facility where William Afton conducts most of his experiments, like using Remnant, making the scooper, and monitoring the bite victim while torturing him with real versions of the nightmares, not to be confused with the FNAF 4 gameplay. Many years later, he sends his son, Michael, on a suicide mission, this being sister location. Now, at the same time as Fredbear's being an open restaurant, there's also a Freddy's location coexisting. This is where William Afton commits his first set of 6 murders, where he murders Fritz, Gabriel, Jeremy, Susie, Cassidy, and Charlie. He stuffs the bodies of all of them but Charlie in the animatronics Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, which they later possess with the help of Charlie. Now, these aren't the only sets of murders he does. Later on in the timeline, in the year of 1987, he commits another set of murders, this time killing 5 children who all possess the toy animatronics. At some point within the timeline, presumably during FNAF 2 or before FNAF 1, William Afton extracts the remnant of the first MCI kids, injecting it into the fun times, most probably for further experimentation purposes. Let's talk about one of the main reasons William Afton commits these murders: to obtain Remnant. Remnant is a substance consisting of souls and molten metal, which can be injected into one to prolong their lives. William wants immortality, which he somewhat succeeds in. This can be seen in the Silver Eyes trilogy, in which he uses the Remnant to prolong his life, in fear of death. Now, after the FNAF 1 location closes in 1993, William Afton returns to said location with the aim of destroying the animatronics, the reason not yet known. He either just goes crazy or had other intentions, probably experimental. Now, after destroying them, the spirits of the MCI children, especially Cassidy, the vengeful spirit, chase after him into the back room. This is where the Springlock Incident of post-93 takes place, as William walks into the old Spring Bunny suit to protect himself, unaware that it will malfunction, causing him to be trapped in there for 30 plus years. Now, I believe that in the suit, William Afton is still alive, even though he has been completely crushed. This is because his voice becomes raspy, and if he were to simply possess the suit, it will still be smooth. The raspiness must be from physical damages and changes. Another thing is that even after 30 years, some of his organs are still intact, including the flesh of his head. This is due to the many doses of Remnant that he has used within his lifetime. After being stuck in the back rooms of Freddy's for 30 years, he is taken away and moved to a new horror attraction based on Freddy's called Fazbear's Fright, as an artifact of some sort. His son, Michael, is there as a night guard every night, as William tries to murder him. His plan eventually fails as the building is set fire to. However, he isn't dead yet. It's now debatable whether he is alive or not at this point, because the fire tends to kill Remnant. However, I personally believe that he is still alive, as we hear a heartbeat around him in FNAF 6. This is up to your interpretation though. William now takes on a slightly updated, newer form, this being Scraptrap. The main difference is different parts used, as William has sort of rebuilt himself. Now, this is where we see William Afton's final physical form for a very long time, as this location is too burnt down, most probably killing William Afton. Now, this is the complicated part. Does William die and go to hell, which is Ultimate Custom Night, or does he survive but stay in a coma and suffer endless nightmares, which is yet again Ultimate Custom Night? Henry's final speech at the end of FNAF 6 hints to us that William Afton dies and goes to hell, as he says, "The darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole, so don't keep the devil waiting, old friend." However, the story The Man in Room 1280 tells us that William Afton is not dead, but is rather being kept alive by Cassidy, being constantly tortured in the form of nightmares. This once again is a hard one, as the games and books state two different things. I'll leave this up to your interpretation. William is now in a state of torture, as I mentioned above, being Ultimate Custom Night. Regardless of it being a dream or hell, Cassidy is torturing William by giving him a taste of his own medicine, having to survive animatronics for all eternity. That is, until William Afton manages to somehow escape his state and transfer his consciousness into a virtual reality game, also known as FNAF Help Wanted. He now takes on the form of none other than the widely loved Glitchtrap. It's quite obvious that he is William, as he is literally a killer bunny, and recreates some of William Afton's old crimes. His name also has the word trap in it, as does Springtrap. He then, as we learn from the FNAF AR emails, uses Vanessa or Vanny to get out of the VR game and take on a new physical form. This is also reinforced in the Fazbear Fright books, namely In the Flesh and some of the later epilogues. In the Flesh, we see that a VR game developer manages to let the antagonist of his virtual reality game, Springtrap, come into the real world, in a slightly strange way of giving birth to him. I'm sure Vanny won't literally give birth to William, but this shows that William will use someone, in this case Vanny, to come into the real world. Vanny transfers Glitchtrap from VR into Pizzaplex's database, as we see in the main gameplay trailer and the latest Freddy and Friends on Tour episode, where he appears as glitches on the screen at the back of the Pizzaplex. Now, we know that he takes on a physical form, as mentioned in the epilogues, where an Afton amalgamation is formed. I believe that Vanny will destroy the Glamrock animatronics and turn them into William Afton's new body. So that is the story of William Afton, from Purple Guy to Glitchtrap Amalgamation. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.